great Mars armor. He wore it when his sons turned against him. Dwarves believe it to be cursed. I don't think they'll mind if I relieve them of this malediction.
Here to help.
Why are you here? Their dearest allies. They won't let us down.
How can so many starving dwarves produce so much shit?
You shouldn't be here. Three times it stung me. 3! On the hand, then the neck, oh, then on my eyeball!
A true master would ignore such trifles.
Trifles? That gadfly was the size of a squirrel! A big one!
An ogre could tear me limb from limb, and still my severed hands would finish the job. That is focus. That is passion. That is
horseshit. Master Broker, I'm glad you have made it home. And your brother? Did you find him?
Yeah. You never did say where he was.
I believe Sindri went adventuring.
Adventuring? No, that's not it. He went to find the special mead. Had a hankering, he said.
Special mead?
Yeah, the special mead.
Sutunga's special mead?
What's that frosty arse got to do with it? We ain't in Jotunheim, in case you hadn't noticed. But there's this mead they make down at the brewery. So sweet, well, it's bloody sweet, all right? Anyway, Sindri had an itch for it. Just a horn or two, he said. So, off he goes. That was half a moon ago. I told him not to do it. Too many giants out there, but he wouldn't listen. Him and his cravings.
Where can I find this brewery?
Aylthorpe, southeast of here, other side of the marsh. Can't miss it. You're going to rescue him?
I will find him, yes. And afterwards, you and he will repay me by helping Evildee with the job I need done.
Now, hold on. We didn't,
Good. We have a deal. That gadfly? It was Loki. Thor himself could not have withstood the sting.
Everyone will save us from the giants. But who will save
Is it
us from
too
the high
much to ask for some decent tools around here?
You wouldn't know decent. Sprouting wings
So much
flew
shit.
up your arse sideways.
I must hand it to Sindri. Even after all that has happened, he still has the defiance to seek out a horn of Svartal fame's finest. The sweet scent of mead, fouled by the stench of muspels. Jatnar too. Where are they holding him, I wonder?
you! Alarm! We are attacked! Now! My death will bring death to the
The
end.
smell of mead grows strong. This must be where everything is stored. Sindri's nose would have guided him here.
The fire unites! Meet some of this! Here! The enemy has slid through!
Really, Sindri? All this trouble for a few gulps of mead.
Together we have this! Death to the Allies!
What see you, old friend? I sense that Sindri has been here. This blood is many days old. One trail leads in, the other out. Surely there's some sign of Sindri here. A chain was placed here. From the scarring, something heavy was suspended from it. I've carried enough dwarves recently to know they are not as light as they look. Is this Sindri's special mead? Given the puddles on the floor, he must have taken a bath in it. This hammer bears the mark of Sindri. And here, a bag of roasted acorns. What do we have here? The Muspels have a prison not far from here. Jan's Hus, they call it. Some days ago, Sindri was captured while sneaking outside. He was dragged in here for interrogation. His belongings were seized. Even his roasted acorns, one of the many dwarven delicacies I will never fathom. They tried to loosen his tongue, using the same sweet mead he himself sought. Almost drowned him in it. But the shelter has not been raided. So Sindri must have remained strong and refused to give them its location. Instead, he was dragged away. Bloodied, drunk as a fish, but alive. Most likely to face further tortures at a makeshift prison named Jan's House. That is where I should go next. Go, my eyes. The Muspels aren't making any use of this place. They let it rot. Go, Sunan. I need your eyes, my friend. This gemstone.
Just stand there. Get it over with. I'm not afraid of any of you. You're mine. You won't survive, fool.
It's safe now, but maybe not for long.
What are the chances? Saved by the High One! Thank you, truly. I only wish you'd got here sooner. Poor buggers deserved better. You ever find yourself in the Hotta shelter, I would be keen to repay your kindness somehow.
If my path leads me there, then very well.
The giants you just killed answered to another. Mean bastard, I hear. Sounded like you can find them west of Gömelstifla, should you be so inclined.
That's not very specific. But I may take a look, see what can be found.
I could not glean much more than that, sorry. Right then. Back to the shelter for me. Good hunting, High One.
Those dwarves spoke of the same place. I know where it is.
His men have no idea. Take you!
place reeks of misery. More than I would even wish upon Loki, no matter his crimes. It's likely Sindri was brought here many days ago. I hope I'm not too late. Survey the area, Sunan. I face them, shield them none. Most of the dead have been roasted upon the flames. Body over there. I hope it's not who I think it is.
Not getting away from me!
I know this mark. Whoever he was, he had his hoover cruelly stolen. I can sense that the Salakar was satisfied with his occasion. Was this Calder's first victim? And that amulet? The sigil? Sindri, reckless fool, all this was a meat. Oh well, it is done. I must return the body to Brokia.
Too much! Not even
Chance led to Sindri's capture, but the nature of his death, that was not chance. When the enemy realized they had such a prize in their clutches. Dwarven hookahs, even one such as Cindery's, are of lesser value. Still, it can't be coincidence that Calder sated the Salakar with the hookahs of so many races. Muspel, Jotun, Dwarf, who knows what else?
It cannot be. Is this Sindri, noblest of dwarves? Please let this not be our missing master.
Who is this you bring? No! It can't be!
Master Broker, I share in your grief. Truly I do. Your brother was the worthiest of dwarves. More so than you will ever know.
Oh, Sindri. No. No! My dear Sindri.
The funeral arrangements are being made outside. I must use this chance to bend Broker to my will. I must speak with Broker. I must find a way to ease Broker's sorrow. And make him amenable to my wishes.
I'll cut down that oak tree now Sindri's gone. Can't stand the sight of it without him here.
You lied to me. You said you would save him.
I said I would find him.
That ain't my brother. Not anymore. What happened? Tell me. Everything.
As I neared the village, I heard a great roar. Like that of a wounded bear. Soon after, I witnessed the final act of a mighty battle. Sindri beset by giants on all sides. It was he who made the godlike roars.
He always did have a deep voice.
He wielded his hammer and chisel with uncommon skill.
Yes! Yes! I've seen him do it many times in the workshop.
Giants lay strewn about, slain by Sindri's hand. But then, one of cowardly aspect struck your brother treacherously in the back. Yet even as Sindri succumbed to the blow, he lopped his chisel and struck the coward dead, right between the eyes.
Sindri did all that?
So it will be written.
How can I tell Brocker we're missing the tools? I'll cut down that oak tree now Sindri's gone. Can't stand the sight of it without him here.
Where could they be?
There's something wrong, Basil.
Everything is wrong. We're burying the greatest smith who ever lived, and we don't have his tools to put with him.
I came across some at Aylthorpe. If you want, I can fetch...
Those are just the spares. He never took his best ones from the shelter.
I see. How is it that such valuable instruments have been misplaced?
Misplaced? Don't be daft. Hidden, more like.
By Sindri?
To make sure no one else ever touched them. Particularly Brocker. Except now we can't find them.
You have no idea where they might be.
Well, they're inside the shelter, I can tell you that. Well, they can't be too far. Wouldn't be surprised if they're somewhere up high.
I thought dwarves were afraid of heights.
Not our Sindri. He was quite the climber. Now me, well, I prefer to keep my feet on the ground, right where they should be.
How can I talk with you when my heart is torn asunder?
What do you see, Sunan? I'm very fond of the dwarves, yet their constant needs. It is exhausting. Oh, Loki. Friend, betrayer. What I'd give for a moment of your gilded conversation. Even the lies. If I were Sindri, where would I hide my beloved tools? Somewhere high up, perhaps. A majestic oak. Surely this is Sindri's beloved acorn tree. What do you see? Hidey hole. If I had wings, I could reach it easily enough. Finally, the tools of Sindri's trade. Reunite these tools with Sindri's remains before the ceremony begins. The disaster has been averted.
Oh, now I see why some call you God.
You're making me blush. Still, I have my moments. Heroes die, but not their legacy. Such was Sindri's courage, that tonight he feasts in Valhalla, the first of his kind to ever do so. Ivaldi has come. Perhaps he can be of use.
I'm here for the mead, not the company.
You dwarves and your love of mead. It's caused me enough trouble already.
It wasn't a dwarf who ransacked half of Jotunheim in search of some mysterious mead.
I wouldn't know anything about that. You know, old friend, now would be a good time for some grand gesture.
Like what?
A respectful speech from you, Sindri's greatest rival, would surely...
Ah, fuck off.
We must all make compromises. I can even give you the honeyed words. Time soothes the well of suffering, brings hope that sees beyond chill death, recast the whirlpool of sorrow into the placid waters of the philosophic mind.
Are those words for Sindri or Baldur?
Baldur lives. Why would he need such words?
Of course. I didn't mean to... Well, you know. Fine, I'll do the speech. But it will be one of my making, not yours. We dwarves don't care much for poetry. Still, we can't set about making speeches until the torches are all lit up.
Who knows how long it will take before the dwarves get around to lighting the torches. It will be faster if I do it. Have saved the place for me. This is a great honor that they bestow.
My brother. A true master. He was,
I did not like Sindri, and he did not like me. Still, he was good with the hammer, and the chisel, and the saw. And he knew how to work the bellows. Some said better than anyone. Even me. Brocker, your brother was a very fine smithy. I admired him greatly.
Good.
Master Broker, you've given Sindri an excellent send-off.
it's the least he deserves. But is it really true he feasts in Valhalla?
It is. I saw it in a vision. Come. Let's take a stroll. Now, tell me, are you prepared to continue Sindri's good work?
Helping Ivaldi was not my brother's work.
What defined Sutra was. It's what got him killed.
Greed for mead is what got him killed.
It took courage to go after that mead. A direct challenge to Sutra's authority.
This is crooked thinking.
Seems straight enough to me.
You know, I don't reckon I owe you a bloody thing.
I risked my life to retrieve your brother's body. Now I prepare to risk it again. For you and all of Svartalfheim.
Bollocks! You ain't doing anything out of the goodness of your heart. I know what you're after. I know all about your lad Balder. I have ears, you know, even in my grief. So, don't pretend you're here for us, because I know—
Would you have me abandon my own son, and strive only for your salvation?
Okay, when you say it like that. I need time. I'm still grieving, you know. Let me think on it, all right? A little old think.
Senses. If he hasn't, I must encourage him further.
These are the finest tools you'll ever lay eyes on.
The finest? I forged better in my sleep.
Yeah? Is that why you were snooping about in the ruins of the old workshop?
Only because the Muspel stole everything I had, dimwit.
Good to see you're getting along. So, Broker, do you accept your duty?
Don't have much choice, do I? Last thing I need is a godly smiting up my arse.
Let this be the start of a beautiful new friendship.
To study the Salakar, I'll need the very best of tools. Too bad this workshop is lacking.
Bugger off! I got more stuff here than you can wag a finger at.
Doubt it.
If you find something you don't know how to use, just ask.
I'll be giving you lessons on how to use your
Bickering dwarves. How unusual.
Asa, you returned.
What? You deal with a fire nymph?
Not this again.
What news do you bring?
My stepmother is stubborn. I cannot push too hard or she will grow suspicious.
She has no interest in a trade.
Interest, yes. But not yet the will.
I don't understand.
The Salakar is all but indestructible. You, on the other hand, are not.
She assumes she'll catch me, kill me, and retrieve the Salakar.
Time is on her side.
Then I must strip her of this illusion. If I were to make a nuisance of myself, one that cannot be ignored.
Sinmara prepares to lead my father's next major invasion.
But if I were to disrupt her plans, it may force her to the bargaining table.
Sounds risky to me.
I once plotted and carried out the murder of Ymir himself. What do I care of risk?
Well, since you put it like that.
Where must I strike?
At Af Alvat Milna, my stepmother develops a strange army. At Jofursmida, she breeds beasts of war. And finally, there's Drekathorp, her supplies hub.
I'll deal with all three.
In the meantime, I shall return to Aetri. I will send word once my stepmother has become more amenable.
I'll return when I'm done. And I will expect answers regarding the Salakar.
Best get on.